Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and as beautiful as it is outside today, I still have an indoor plant to work on. So I just got off the pond from doing paddleboarding, stand-up paddleboarding with all of my clients. It was an epic morning. I got to see a bald eagle fly across the pond, land on a perch, scope out its prey, and literally it dove in and hit the water with its talons, pulling a small fish out just 20 yards ahead of me and flew off with it. It was absolutely epic. And it was the coolest bird thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm a bird fanatic, always bird watching, and looking the birds up and all their information. So for me, it was the absolute best morning ever. But when I got home, my queen of the night cactus, which blooms once a year, was completely tipped over. And rather than bring down the height and the crazy growth, it's one of those plants that I just want to let grow absolutely wild and crazy. So I'm going to repot it today, get it in a larger pot so it has a nice base and center of gravity, so it'll no longer be tipping over. So that's what's coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. All right, y'all. So here is my queen of the night. If you've never heard of it before, go ahead, check out my playlist on this plant. It blooms once a year. And in Asian cultures, it's said to have mythical and magical powers that come along with it. So it's a really, really cool cactus. My wife and daughter got it for me for a birthday a couple years ago, and I have not pruned a single thing. But as you see, it's got a really small pot for this top. And I have it inside, typically. It's the cornerstone of my plant room. So I've got it right in the corner near my hydrangea and a lot of my baby spiderets that I propagated and jade plantings, and then that's my center window of my Dilonix regia. So it sits right there in the corner, and it's a really nice piece with the large mat, but it just keeps tipping over. And another thing with this, I'm going to have to give it a wipe down with some warm water and a little bit of all natural dish soap. It's been getting like little egg sacs on its new growth, that's more tender areas. So we're going to have to rectify that. So a repotting, and I won't bore you with watching me clean the egg sacs off it. I pretty much did the majority of them already, but I'll give it a quick wipe. Yeah, you can see little white stuff like that. Okay, so let's get started. All right, y'all, so I just got to mix up a little bit of soil before I pick out the pot. I'm not going to do any high-end pot. I'll just pick out a larger nursery pot. A lot of these Japanese fantail willows were attacked by spider mites, and they didn't come back. So I have treated them, and I haven't seen any more spider mites. So even though the plant is dead, I feel like recycling the soil is safe in this case. The worst in the spring when you're waiting for your plants to come out of dormancy, and it's like, okay, is it dormant or is it dead? And in this case, these are all dead. So this seems to be more of a top soil than a bonsai soil. There's a little bit of perlite and some Osmocote in there, Osmocote Plus time release fertilizer. But this might have a little life to it. Let's leave that. So yeah, I was out in the pond paddling, and I was just thinking the whole morning, like, oh, I haven't seen any cool bird activity lately. Like, there's a great blue heron that lives down there that I see from time to time. There's been a loon. That's been fun to see. Different species of ducks coming through, migrating. Every day there's a family. I've watched them for 2 years now. There's a family of Canadian geese. Last year they had 3 babies, and the parents came back this year and they had 7 this year, and they're all growing so quickly, so that's been fun to watch. And the pond is so peaceful because there's no motorboats allowed on it, so it's just people kayaking and fishing, paddleboarders, swimmers. It's nice. I have no problem spending 5 hours on that board. I'll just do back-to-back clients. And what's better social distancing than on separate boards? So these are some trident maples that didn't make it. I had gotten 25 of them bare rooted from Bonsai Ken on eBay. And that was, about 2 years ago. And they, some of them would lose their leaves and then come back, and I didn't know which ones were alive and which ones weren't, so I really let these go for a while without messing with them. But I'm confident to say that these 5 or 6 little babies, they just didn't make it initially. I have a giant sequoia that didn't make it. I had grown that from seed. Some of these are pretty heavy in perlite, which I like for the cactus. And 2 more. I really did a lot of different processes and tests to see what was best for these trident maples. Different soils, different size pots, indoor, outdoor. And I have so many trees that I really don't even know what worked. All right, let's pick out a new pot and then we'll get started with the repot. All right, y'all, so I just picked out a basic green nursery pot. About 3 times the size of the pot that it's in now, so that should work. So I had attempted putting a few heavier medium stones in there just to weigh it down, but that did not work. You guys, Billy and Bruce Lee joining the party. Right, so I'll put a little base layer of this soil in there. I see a couple of branches on here I'm going to want to prune off, so this will be its first pruning and repotting. We have a helicopter going by, so that's what you hear. Lots of really rich New Yorkers and actors and stuff live out this way and have like country homes out here, so they're forever being choppered in and out. I live down the street from Anderson Cooper. Maybe you know him from CNN. I gotta raise it up a little more. See, there it goes. So as I was saying, Anderson Cooper lives down the street from me. He's got a 200-acre freaking mansion area, mansion property that backs right up to a river. It's amazing. I'm the poor kid on the block, but I'm okay with that because I don't equate riches with financial gain and cash. I equate it with the love of my family, experience, travel. That's what I equate as being rich. Surrounded by the trees I love. I have my health. So in my opinion, I'm rich as hell. This is a really cumbersome plant to work with. I probably should have waited for Laura to be off of work, but I needed something to do. I need to get one of those GoPros so that I could take you all out on the pond with me paddling, teach you how, show you around. This is not going to be enough. All right, y'all. So I'm not sure when it shut off while I was filming, but I just wanted to give you a closer look now that it's repotted. So as you see, we got in that nice big green pot. That's just a plastic nursery pot, but it's going to serve its purpose. I think this plant distracts enough from the plastic pot. I encourage you to go back on my playlist and check out, I think I did a time lapse of this thing blooming. They're huge white and purple flowers. It's epic, very unique. And like I said, to Asian cultures, it has mystical and magical capabilities, powers. So I'm going to get that thing back inside so it doesn't get sun scorched. And that's going to do it for us today here at the ranch, y'all. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, there's plenty more to come from me and the ranch, and I'd love to share it with you. So have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Take care.